Check, check. Is this thing on? Hey, it's stream 252. I just forgot I didn't set my stream title up, so let me fix that right now. What are we working on today? We're working on deployment and ToS PP. So putting that in the stream title and there, and I lost all my tags. So we got programming, we got web development, we got software development, and we got family friendly update. There we go. Let me check to see if I got stream options. I don't know because, okay, there's the window. And I do have stream options. Okay. Just the title's going to be messed up. I'll have to go back and fix that. Not a big deal. All right. Looks like it's just me. It's just me and you, YouTube. Or whoever is watching this later on the VOD. That's fine. So, yesterday I worked on writing up a terms of service and a privacy policy for my game. And today I want to check it in, convert it into different formats, and deploy them so that people can get to them. And then I want to start working on this system so that we can track to see if people have seen the latest version and like require that they check a box on their new account, and if it's updated, tell them about it and have them check the box again. Hey, there's 715-209. You're the first. Hey, you're the first one here today. Also, I want to deploy the latest code, so before I do that, I needed to check this. I think right now the redirect I have won't work in production, so I need to fix that if I can. I can demonstrate that, right? Or could I just show it? You missed me? Oh, I missed you too. Actually, I think I remember seeing you in a couple other streams, but yeah, I took yesterday off because I was developing this terms of service and privacy policy. So they're here. I haven't had a lawyer review it yet, but I have a nice terms of service, if I say so myself, and a nice privacy policy. And I can tell you exactly what I did. So I looked at some existing terms of service and privacy policies for other sites out there, and I don't have the note page here. Hold on, let me pull that off stream. Can I show this without showing a lot of other things? I guess what I can do is take these two and copy them and paste them into here and put them under notes. Let's see if this works. Yeah, okay. Put them into my notebook here. So again, you want to see my notes? They're all here. And that didn't work because I forgot to turn on my bot. Let's turn on the bot. Just to wait a minute. Yeah, so I looked at the what I call the essential points of existing terms of service and privacy policies, and then I tried my best using my own words and memory of what legal phrases I knew, which aren't many, but you know, I love the phrase including but not limited to, because it allows you to list examples but then not be bound to just that set of examples. Stuff like that. So I wrote up my own privacy policy in terms of service based on like these essential points that made sense for my kind of service, which is an online game where you create accounts and there might be user-generated content. So we have like a section for user-generated user-generated content. Quality content. Anyway, here they are. They're in Markdown format. So I did this at least a year or two ago. Had some work I did where I took some Markdown and converted it to HTML and PDFs. I know it can be done. I just need to find those tools again. So I want to have an HTML version so that you can go to the game and see it there. So like you would go to Omnia Regna/privacy or something like that. And instead of saying 404 not found feels bad, man, it would actually have an HTML version of the privacy policy. And then, oh, what's that? A whole year? Oh my goodness. Rally Monkey, you've subscribed for a whole year. Thank you for your subscription and support. You waited on my stream to resub? Well, thank you very much. Yeah, 715-209. Right now, you try to get to the terms of service, like ToS, and not found. Feels bad, man. Actually, what would be the best link? Would it be terms, maybe? Because I know that people say privacy for the privacy policy, but what should the link be for terms of service? ToS or terms of service? I don't know. Those are the little things that I haven't decided yet that always plague me. Anyway, let's see if this works again. Okay, it works. My bot is working. All right, I was going to show how the redirect is set up. That's in this default config, so I can show that. At least I thought it was. Where's the redirect? Okay, now I forget how I did it. Up to me how I want to name it. Think ToS is good enough? Okay. I think what it is I used this client URL and appended something to it. Let's see if I can find that. Because I'm going to have to change this, I think. And is it? No. Okay, now I don't remember. I don't remember how this is set up. It's okay, maybe it was in the front end. Maybe I hard coded it there. Oh, wait a minute. If it's in the front end, then yeah, I remember how I did that. It is because it's different for different configurations. It's in the configuration sensitive files. These ones. So like development, right. So the redirect. See, the problem with that is that this is a different route than that. So what I'm thinking about doing is seeing if this will work. If I can do a question mark Twitch and see if the Twitch OpenID Connect stuff works with that. Now I'm not using React Router. The problem is that I host the files onto S3. So if you go to this /Twitch, actually let me open it up in a incognito window. So there's the main game, right? If we go to /Twitch, it doesn't even open up the index at all. It actually queries S3 for something like twitch.html, right? So S3 is really dumb, and I don't know how to configure it to work with React Router. So maybe I could look that up and see. I assume that I couldn't do that. So you've seen some developers put in funny little tidbits, like little Easter eggs throughout the terms, little jokes and whatnot. I didn't do that. Maybe I should. Okay, so I don't think the React Router will work with S3, so I'm going to see if this trick works where I just make it part of a query. I could also do it with an anchor, I guess. But Twitch needs to support that, so I need to try this out. So I believe that since that changes the environment variable, I need to actually stop this and start it again. And actually, while that's starting, let me get the window up for Twitch. If I have to remember where that one is. That would have been Apps Console. Think so? Yeah, Apps Console. I don't want to show this because it's got sensitive information on it. We can hide that. So that's what I'm going to try to use now. Hey there, Mr. Love Pickle. How you doing? So I am editing the app. If I can make the right window show up. Okay. And I'm changing it from a slash to a question mark. Save. It says success, but we'll see. And then I need to change the code too, because it's gonna be like looking at that route. Google tells you that you should redirect errors to index.html. Why would I want to do that? Hey there, hello. I mean, hey there, Nui. I like look at the second word. It's like it's Monday, only it's Tuesday, right? Okay, so this will be if I remember right, source, views, activities. No, not even activities. It's like app, right? We do this on initial load. Right, reflect initial load. Where is that done? Here? Authentication. Game connection. Oh, here it is. Right, so instead of that, let's use the oh, what is it? I forget. Window location query or something like that. Here it is. Window location search. Why did I do that before this try catch? I don't remember why. Shouldn't I be doing that after? Yeah, why am I doing that before? Wait, why am I doing that before? Because this is a problem because we haven't yet done that yet. I don't know why I did this before this try catch. Did you reset accounts? You made an account in the game a while ago called Adopted Mouse. It says your password is bad now. Uh-oh. Let me look. There's no account name called Adopted Mouse. Are you sure it was my game? Because I don't see any account called Adopted Mouse. Was it spelled differently, maybe? Hmm. I don't see any account named that. I'm looking for alternate spellings now. I can't show it on stream. I don't see it. I'm sorry. There's two possibilities. I think either it was a different game that you created an account on, or you managed to create an account right in that window of time when I had there are a few times where I've had to resynchronize the servers, and there's a small window of time where we lose some of the game journal entries, and it might have been like right in there. But I guess the good news is that there's not much in the game, so you can just go create a new account now. I mean, it's not like I have any items in the game other than like the few test ones that we have. There was a reason why I did this code here before the try catch, and I don't remember what it was. I really don't remember. Well, I guess then it doesn't really matter. I can put it where it belongs down here. Here and then inside of this, right? So if I want to put it here, maybe. Else, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 7. Hold on. 6, 7. Actually, and we don't know where it might be, so I need to have it search the string. So I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to look for dev docs. I'm going to guess it's something called search within JS. Yeah, string search, there we go. That's a regular expression. What if I don't want a regular expression? Match? No, that's not it, is it? Yeah, what if I just want normal, okay, let's just look at it this way. JavaScript, string search. I don't want to use a regular expression. Includes? You say includes. Yeah, there you go. Got a point. You got it right. So it includes if search. Actually, I don't want to take the search and break it by delimiters. Or we can just assume that's going to be the first one and just do a substring like I was doing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that goes in... yeah, I don't know why I did... Oh, this... because the JWT might not be present. Why did I do it that way? That's a weird way to do it. I don't know. This would just be like a const. And get rid of that, and then do that. I don't know why I did that the other way. And then this goes here. So I have to look for that then. So there's where I need to do a includes gives me a boolean, right? No, there's an optional position. That's the search start position. What if I want to get the position back? See also index of. Oh, okay. -1 if not found. Okay, so so like const token or I don't know, position equals hash dot index of. Actually, I don't need to do this. What am I doing? It's going to be at the front of the hash. Yeah, okay. Let's just try this. Where's my window? Oh, did I close it? I guess I closed it. Local host. Let me see if the game is still working. Chickens. Log in. I don't think it is. Oh, it is, but the certificate's not right. 8084, right? Advanced, proceed, and then we're good. Okay, cool. So I forgot to remove that. I was going to, and I guess I forgot. Should I just do that now? Next heartbeat timeout. In fact, I think I forgot to like check in all the code. Oh, interesting. It is inside there. I guess didn't build it. Okay, well, we should stop that. Yeah, so it's... I think I just forgot to to check all the code in. Oh, no, I did. Okay, never mind. Forget it. Shut down and activated. Why did it do that? Why would that happen? Oh, interesting. Had more servers crash. And then get restarted. Golem shutting down. Golem activated. Actually, the shutting down... I think that's because the local... I don't even have that window up. I can't until I run the game again. Which I can't until it builds. Okay, we'll have to wait for it to build, run it, and then I think I keep the golem on, I had it on in the local test environment, and I didn't need that. The golem activated, though. Was that... Okay, where is my other... There it is. Is that what I have this say? Yeah, okay. So it must have... That first one, golem... The first one was because the local environment, I shut it down there. The second one was actually the production environment, and I think that's because one of the servers crashed, got restarted with the default version, which is the same as version 1.22.0 right now. And when that happens, another server takes over and then starts up the chatbot, and then it says the tell when it starts up. Oh yeah, it's not going to do it until I run it, which I can do right now. Waiting. Okay, 10-second time. Okay, there's the timeout. Server 11 caught up, and we're good. So refresh this. And it's the same thing about with the certificates. Advanced, proceed. Most amount of viewers at a time? You mean how many viewers have I had at a time? I think it peaked at like 150 after I think it was Adam hosted me at one point. How come this is not loading now? There it goes. Alright, this is probably set up. No, it's not set up to run at all. So why did the golem shut down in production then? What would cause that? Oh, maybe a timeout? And so it actually lost. A new election was raised and the leader was still running. So the old leader shut down the chatbot and the new one took over. That's interesting. Anyway, let me not get sidetracked here. I'm going to test this login now. So, log in with Twitch. And then of course I gotta do this off screen. With my, passwords. And then I gotta do, gotta do that thing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it didn't match. The URL didn't match. Hold on. And I already shut it down, didn't I? Why did I do that? It told me that the redirect URL didn't match. And it doesn't, yeah. I missed a character in there. Let me put that back in there. Save. Success, okay. Okay. Log in with Twitch. It should say, yeah, do you want to authorize it? And I say, sure. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It put it in the hash. Not in the, yeah, a little bit, there was a little bit of a leak there, but it didn't show the entire token. So you guys didn't see the entire signature, so it won't be useful. But let me show the front part. Put that back here. So this is what it showed. And you can see it turned it from a query to a hash. Hey there, Romania. Hey, and Radon. How are you guys doing? So this is one of those undocumented things. Like, it doesn't say what it does if you put a question mark in the redirect URL, right? But it looks like what it did is it just turned it into a hash. So that means I can work with that. I can just check the hash instead of checking, where was it? Instead of checking the search for Twitch, it should be check the hash for it. Let's get it up here. And we'll say if hash substring equals Twitch. Is that what it was? No, equals, right, so there's a little bit more. Shoot. Finding my Windows system equals that. Actually, let's just do the whole thing. How many characters is that? Fixing less problems before deploy? Yeah, well, I didn't have the route one that would work with S3, so I'm fixing that really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And so it would be starting with at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Why did I count it again? I don't know. And I don't need to replace the origin, do I? Oh, yes I do. I need to do that. There we go. No need to count? Yeah. Because I already counted it once there. And I guess the other way I could do it is I can see I am in column 40 and then click here. I'm in column 58. 58 minus 40 is 18, right? Is there an even better way? Maybe. Command node abc.length. Yeah, I guess I could have said that dot length. Would that be better here? I'd have to compute it once and then put it here though. Oh, does it actually have that in there? Oh yeah, 18 selected. There you go. Teaching me all sorts of things today. You've been granted another point. Okay, let's try this out again. Log in with Twitch, authorize. And cool, it works. And it's player 25, why? Oh, because I had a Raimu account, it wasn't linked. I remember testing this before. So there's my actual account, which has so if I granted myself a point and this bot was running, this is a linked account. Unmask, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. You see that? The nameplate was in the wrong spot. Huh. Oh, look at that. Look at that bug. Every time I unmask, the nameplate moves down until you move again. That's a fun one. I wonder how that happened and I didn't see that. Oh, should I let that go into production or should I fix it now? It's these like little nitpicky details that hold me up. I suppose I could find that. That's gonna be, I know what file that'll be in. Source middleware stage. And that's when there's a tile change. So sprite update. And that'll be if the label changed. Would it be in here? Make tile label? And here's the position. Tile info dot y. No, this isn't it. There's some place in the code here where it does some kind of adjustment. I think it has to do with it thinks that the health bar has been removed. Is this it up here? No. It's no health bar. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so this is the bug. It always adds 10 to the position of the label if it gets into here. This is if what? There is no health bar and Okay, this should be an else, shouldn't it? If there was a health bar? No, it should just go into that. It should just go into here, I think. Let's test that. All right, and then mask, unmask. Fixed it. But let's test getting hurt. And while I'm at it, I want to be a wizard. You're a wizard, Raimu. Let's get damaged here. I don't have a weapon. Well, shoot. Where's Bob? Where's Bob when you need him? Probably wandering around somewhere. Where are you, Bob? Is he hiding in the secret island here? Nope, he's not here. Anybody seen Bob? No, not that way. Where's Bob hiding? GM, I need help finding Bob. It's really laggy too. Debug build is more and more laggy the more... Oh, there's Bob. He's hiding out here. Hey there, Bob. Sword, please. Yes. I got an iron sword. Alright. Bob went home, his wife is sick. No, it looks like he was just hiding around the corner. He didn't want to see my ugly face. Okay. Hey there, Orc, would you attack me back if I attack you? There we go. That's all I needed, just one little tap, and then go back up here, and then mask, unmask. Okay, and then let me do the heal. Heal. Cool, so it works. There's this, I never got fixed that little glitch. That's okay. Fix that later. Let's check that in as bug fix. This one. Fix bug in label positioning. Only move label down if health bar is actually removed. Okay, and then are we gonna say this works? So this is expect the Twitch login JWT to be, well, expect this to be in the hash now. Okay, and I need to be careful about showing the production, don't I? Actually, no, I don't. The client ID is not secret, right? So I can show that. I just need to update it. Is that the correct one? That is not the correct ID, and we're going to change that to that. Let me get the correct ID. There's the client ID. Actually, that's not the correct ID. No, that is the correct ID. Wait a minute. I didn't make it. That's why. I didn't make the app. I don't have an ID. Okay, well, I guess I'll make a new one then. What do I need to add? I just need the name, a redirect URL. Okay. Let's make one. Register my app. I am not a robot. And here's my redirect URL. And category is game integration. Create. No, I didn't leak the secret key. That's the public ID of the app. I don't want to leak the secret key. That would be bad. Okay, so here is the client ID for the production environment. And I need to put that in the production server along with the secret. And let me grab the secret and put it in my private notebook. Where am I keeping that stuff? See, I have this notebook, but I sometimes have trouble remembering where I put stuff into it. I found one thing. Where would I have put? Oh, I think I remember now. Why did I put in that? Put it in the wrong place. Hold on. Sorry, I can't show you. Yeah, I found it. Why did I put it there? I don't know. I'm just putting it where I put the other one. And new secret, please. Okay. Cool. Have the secret. Now, I need to actually put that into the production configuration. So I can't show that either. Gonna be a lot of secrets today. Secrets within secrets. But let me show... Where is the configuration? Show the default configuration. It's going to be this that I have to add on the server, and there's also another file. I need to remember where I put the stuff. Where the secret is stored. Actually, I don't even know if I use the secret, because it's the implicit call flow. I think I just used the client ID and never even needed to put the secret in there. But let me check off screen. How am I going to do this? Look at my... Oh, I'm being raided by someone. I can't see who it is. Who was it? It was CM Griffing. Hey there, Mr. Sir. How are you doing? CM Griff, Mr. Sir. How's your stream? Welcome, raiders. I'm, what am I doing? I was just testing to make sure that this works still. Let me show you this cool new feature. So I'm about to put this into production where, this is the test environment for the game, but this will be in production soon where you can log in with Twitch. And it won't say testing, it'll be the real thing. And basically it leverages Twitch's authentication system where you authorize and then it redirects back and we're in Adam Hack. Hey there, Sokolo. Peppers. That's an interesting emote. Yeah, so to get this to work, there's like, this is not the secret thing, but this is the public side. So something that will either interact with Twitch's APIs as an app or Return to Dust is subscribed? Well, thank you very much for the subscription. That's very nice. Thank you very much for your support. Hacking the planet, yeah. So this is the OpenID issuer. This is where you go to get the public keys for Twitch's authentication system. And then you get one of these issued to you if you make an app. And then there's a secret thing I can't show, which I don't actually need because we're using the OpenID implicit flow, where we redirect to Twitch saying, this is the app. It wants to authenticate someone, and then Twitch responds with a JavaScript object notation web token, or JWT for short, that is signed and has this as the audience and authorized party, along with who it is, and then it's signed by Twitch, and we go here to get the public key to verify the signature, yada, yada, yada. So to get this into production, I need to add this to my production server's configuration with the production client ID in there, and I don't think I need to actually give the server my secret because I don't use it. So let me, again, I can't show this on screen, but I can show a little bit of it. So I'm going to go to the production environment and download the configuration, but I can't I don't want to show that. I just want to show it in the folder off screen, and we're going to edit that off screen. And I'm going to add the section here, which doesn't exist in the production server. Just going to add it. Where to put it? It was sorted alphabetically, right? So technically it would go here, which you can't see. And then I just want to get the production client ID, which again is not secret, but it's something that the server needs to know because that's how it's going to verify the tokens. I save that. And if I did this right, I could just drag this back into the server. Where is the window? Here it is. So drag it back, upload, and then it'll be replicated across all 3 servers, and then I can update the server when I'm ready. Am I ready to do that? I don't know. I feel kind of Monka-S about it. But once I do it, people will be able to log in with Twitch, which would be cool. But I'm super paranoid about changing the server code. There's something else that I need to do first. Can't actually think of anything else. Hold on. Let me mute my or hide my camera for a second, so I can reach over, turn on my Linux box. I can show my camera again. And let me set up to build this in Linux. So we're going to do this DevOps stuff, where I'm going to build the production code and deploy it onto AWS. I can show parts of it, and other parts I can't show. But essentially, we're going to add a new version of the server code, and then I'm going to I just probably play it safe, take the whole cluster offline, and in the configuration file say go to 1.23, and then take the whole cluster back online, and it should just poof come up as 1.23. But I need to deploy the front end as well, so I can do that while I'm waiting for my Linux box to boot up. If I want to do that, I should update our version number of the front end to 128, right? And then let's check that in. Well, thank you for that follow. And so I just changed the redirect. I had to make this change because I'm using S3 to host the front end, and it doesn't, at least I don't know how to make it work with React Router, so I'm not using routes. I just put that Twitch thing into the query, and we found out that it comes back in the hash. Thank you for that other follow, by the way. So I did that both in test and in production, and then I put, I have a different app for production because the testing one actually says testing in parentheses, and we don't want to show that in production. Update the version number, and I forgot to check this in. Let's check that one in first. So this is move Twitch change Twitch login redirect URL. Okay, and so move the Twitch from the route to the query, and expect Twitch to give it back in the hash. Don't know why it does that, but it does. This is all to avoid having to figure out how to get routes working with S3. Because I'm just using a simple, S3 is a simple storage solution for all the front-end files. And if I did this technique where it's a different route, I would actually have to have a twitch.html in my front end. And I don't want to. unless S3 has a different way of doing it. I don't know. And actually, let's put that in the last commit. That, and then stage that and that line, and commit. This one will be define new Twitch app for production login app. And then this is bump front end to 128. Okay, bump front end version to 1.28.0. Commit. And then we're going to do an npm build. npm run build. And then while that's going, because that takes a little bit, I am going to see if I can remember how to do this to connect to my Linux box. It's been a while. Hopefully my Linux box is still working. It's been off for a long time. Right, XFCE4 session. Here we go. Using the low-tech XFCE4 window manager. And the Cygwin/X window server, X window server. So it's sort of a janky setup that I have, but it works for me. It's using Cygwin X, and then on the Linux box, connecting through a shell, SSH shell, and then starting up XFCE4 session. So I get a nice overlay where I can click and make a new terminal window, and it's integrated with my Windows. So although this looks like a Windows window, it's really an X Windows window. Projects, right? And then I need to do SSH add to get my key in there. And then Mugget poll, right? It's been a while. It's probably going to be a lot of check-ins since... Okay, so this is deployed. Now, the downside of deploying the front end now would be that it would look like you could log in with Twitch, but it won't actually work yet. Is that okay, we think? Probably okay? Well, this might go horribly wrong, but I guess we can try it. It was wdeploy, right? Here we go. Here goes nothing. What's the worst that could happen? Might have to rebuild the last version and deploy that. I should probably tag this while I can. Front 1280. Git push. Oh, there were some commits I didn't push, so I need to all have to pull here again. And then let me do a release here, and then we're going to do a build. It would be cmake build. See, it's been so long I forget how to do this. A lot of things could go wrong at this point. I haven't built for Linux in like a month or two. I'd be surprised if everything built without any problems. But, you know, stranger things have happened. Okay, we got a warning about in Lua. Oh, no. Yeah, it's a warning in Lua. I don't care about that. That's the in Lua interpreter team's problem, not mine. What Linux distro do I use? I use Mint. I used to use Ubuntu, and then I read that Mint was very popular, especially for people who really don't want to be a sysadmin full-time. And, uh-oh, undefined reference. We broke something, chat. Max view distance X. That's interesting. So, Windows allowed me to link without actually giving storage to that, and Linux doesn't want me to. Cat environment production win. What do you mean? What do you mean, the Epic Unknown? How are you doing, by the way? What do you mean? What's wrong with my in production? Terminal cat? Eh? I could show you the production. The production. That's it. There you go. And look at this in Windows to see what I did. Max view distance X. You're there, Oblivioner. Is it that I gave it a value and made it static at the same time, and Linux doesn't like that? Undefined reference to it. Oh, you're hoping for some secret... No, the front end doesn't have any secrets. That's the whole point of the separation between front and back end, right? No secrets in the front end. I suppose we will work on this in Linux instead, so I'll do code. I'll wait for that to pop up yet another window. And this, I haven't run in a month, so it's probably old. That's okay, it can be old. Can't create IntelliSense client. Interesting. I don't know why, but okay. Sure. There's an update available. How about later? Okay. Max view distance x. What if you stuck all your secrets in the front end because no one would think to look there? That would be kind of foolish, I think. Old like, I don't understand. Does C++ have package manager like npm? Well, not really. This is more old school, so you would have a build system that could be cobbled together from different pieces, or could be one size fits all kind of a thing. And it's up to your preference. I like CMake. So it doesn't download things for you, but when you put things in the right place and you have things like include other things, like with this add subdirectory, it figures out how to construct a make file, so to speak, a build script that will build everything for you. It doesn't do any downloads or versioning though. So it's just for building. And for all I know, maybe there is a package manager now. I've never used one for C++. It's all old school stuff. Package managers is a newfangled thing for newer languages that aren't so old and crusty. All right. I think what I need to do is define them and then declare storage for them later. And I don't know why Windows allow me to get away with this. The other thing we can do is just make it const expr. I wonder if that will solve it. Because then it's a compile time constant, right? And then I would get rid of... Do I even need the static? I guess we do. All right, let's just try that. If that works, I check it in, make sure it works on Windows, I guess. This development packages for your local package manager, else you got VCPKG by Microsoft? Yeah, so you're not saying you know more than I do about this stuff. I just never really needed one, I guess. I'm just used to downloading source code and then building it with a build system like Make or CMake or something like that. And how are you doing, by the way? Okay, still didn't like it. Why not? Maybe there's more than one definition somewhere. No. Okay, fine. I believe what I need to do... That's in the include. I just need to have storage somewhere in a CPP file. So that would be ECS components, and then just to define it somewhere down here. Let me collapse that. Where to put it? I don't know. Maybe at the end. Yeah, why don't we just put it down here? So here we get rid of this leader part, and then I think we keep the type, but we say components : in front. Did I get that right? Oh, I do have to have const expr. And then here we just remove the value assignment. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that though. Started your first C++ job yesterday, a couple weeks in now. Nice. Okay, it must have an initial. Okay, so I guess we'll get rid of expr. I don't know why, is it GCC I'm using? I forget which tool set I'm using. I'm either using GCC or Clang. I guess you can't use a const expr static variable for a class and expect it to link correctly if it has an in-place initializer. Mernin, Krasner. Just imagine that's me saying Mernin. How am I doing today? I'm doing okay. Hey, look, it linked. I'm going to try something really dangerous. I'm going to put this into production. Okay, so this is one change we had to make, right? So this is fix build issue on Linux. So apparently either GCC or Clang, because I can't remember, I'm too lazy to look it up, doesn't like to link modules which reference a static const expr member variable of a class that is an initialized in the declaration. So instead, declare them and assign them in different places. Or initialize, I guess. For this, we need to make them const and not const expr. Maybe there's a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it. And storage is needed, so we define them in a module, not a header file. Okay, commit, and then this is updating the release manifest. Don't know why that changed. Why would that change? That's the mock-up app that I did way back in February. Why would that revision change? Different branch, maybe? Let me unstage that one, because that shouldn't have changed. I don't know why it did. Unstage that one. This will have changed. Yeah, we made changes on all those repositories and we added that. Okay, so update release manifest commit. I'm just gonna undo that one. All right, so we're giving this a number, right? Backend, I think it was 122. This would be 123, right? Yeah. Git tag back 123.0. You would like to be fix build issue. This guy writes 3 paragraphs in this commit. Oh, I try to write a lot in commit messages, because in the past I would get burned by like saying, what the heck was I thinking? And I look back at the commit and it would be like, fix the bug, and that would be it. And I'd be like, past Ramu, you suck. So now I try to be kind to future Ramu. Are you able to efficiently code while streaming? Don't you get distracted? Oh yeah, it's a balancing act, or a juggling act, however you want to look at it. I try to keep a balance by engaging in chat. It's easier actually when you guys ask me questions, because if you don't ask me questions, I tend to get focused too much on the work, and then it's not a good balance. Hey there, Mike. How are you doing? By the way, you know this game called Thrusty Ship? If you haven't heard of it, you should try it out. It's Mike and Principal's game. He developed it right here on Twitch. It's available on Steam. It's pretty awesome. It's a great game if you like a real, what would you say? A real rage quit challenge. See if you can play his game without rage quitting. You're ill? Oh no! I'm sorry. Is it new baby germs? We would always get sick when our kids were really small, because they'd pass on germs to us. I'm doing okay, Mike. I'm sorry that you feel bad. Hope you get better soon. Oh, you were saying last night in Adam's channel that you were sick. I remember this now. Yeah, new baby germs. That's my guess, right? Okay. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I have to go to my secrets folder, and I have to do lpack prod. And that makes a zip file, and then I do Python 3. I still haven't completely automated this. Tools deploy Primus 123.0. And then that will upload it to the game. So I should see that immediately, actually. Once that's done, and then upload successful. Yep, so we should see that immediately in the game. There it is. And let me do this carefully like. So we download the configuration again. Show in folder. Let me actually close all that. and then we're going to edit that off screen because I don't want to show it. And what we're going to do in here is record that we want all 3 servers to be running the latest code. Save that, and then while I'm at it, verify the Twitch is correct. Do I need to change anything else here? Probably not. Okay. And then copy that back into the game. Now I'm going to connect to the back end with a shell, and it didn't let me. So why would that be? Why can't I get to my back end? And not my physical back end, I mean the server. I don't know where your mind was, but Primus is just the name I assigned to the game cluster. So I have a provision in the configuration that I can have multiple clusters. Oh, look at that. We have leadership change or something's going on. That's weird. C means it's a candidate. Oh, did this server stop listening? Is that what happened? Huh. And they can't get elected now. They're both timing out together. Okay, that one lost leadership. Did this one crash or something? This is really weird. Okay, well, yeah, we just saw an election and then a crash there. Interesting. Okay, now I can connect to this. I wonder why I was getting connection aborted there. Anyway, we're gonna connect to this and then shut it down. Actually, let me download the configuration one more time and then check it. Double, triple check it. Show in folder, yes. And then we're going to edit off screen and look at it one more time. I knew it was borked. Let me fix it. Setting the new version. Upload. See, it shows that, but they're not actually running that version. Let me download it one more time. Make sure it sticks. Okay, it's stuck. I'll take the entire cluster offline so it goes red immediately there. And then I'll wait like 10-15 seconds for the port numbers to get released, and then I'll start it up again. Actually, there's one more thing I should do while I'm here. I should look at the versions database. Yeah, make sure. Let's just remove. Should I remove 122? Probably should. Actually, I can do that in a minute. Ship it. How is C++ development in VS Code? Is it enough? You need some plugins to VS Code. So what I would recommend, you need the C++ plugin, and also depending on which build system you pick, you should probably find the extensions that match your build system. So I like CMake, so I have CMake tools. Also, for testing, it's really good to have a unit test framework, so I pick Google Test, and so I have other extensions to VS Code for integrating with the unit test tools. So with the right set of extensions, I think it's enough. I think it works. And I have this window from Linux. I don't need it anymore, right? We're done with that. Yeah, and if you want, I had... What's the link to it? Gtest, I think? Oh, that's interesting. What was it? I haven't run this command in so long, I don't remember what it was. Oh, because my servers are offline. I can't show you what it was, but I have it here somewhere. Yeah. Here, I will just type it manually. So yeah, if you want to see how I set stuff up in VS Code, there's that video I recorded. How to set up like a bare bones project in C++ that uses CMake and Google Test. So CMake is not very popular. A lot of people hate it because the syntax is weird. I've been meaning to make another video for another build system, but I first need to learn a different build system, then I can make a video about it. Do I have a comment? I think I do. Yeah. Here, I will paste that as well. Just Rust it. Actually, Rust would be on my list of things to learn, because everyone tells me I should learn Rust. Okay, anyway, I think I'm ready to start the cluster again. And here goes nothing. Okay, launched 1.23.0 for all 3 instances. And hopefully they boot up correctly. Connecting. Hey there, Programmer D. How are you doing? Okay, all 3 servers are running. That means they parsed the game correctly. And then they're coming up. There they come up. And we're up. Actually, I should do a reload of the front end to make sure that it works. Okay, then while I'm here, let me remove the old version, and then while I'm at it, let me make sure the default is the new version. The way I do that is I do an unzip packages 123.0, replacing all the important files. Okay, cool. So, should one of these servers crash, it'll default back to the same version and not 122.0, because they're not compatible, really. I need to overhaul the system of like downgrading to the previous version, because it doesn't really work out the way I hoped. You try logging with Twitch? I mean, someone's got to try it. I think I was going to try it first, so that if it really screws up, then I can just take the game offline really quick. Let's do that. Where's my other window? Here it is. So let me go to the production environment, log in. That's interesting. It didn't push the SVG for the little glyph thing. Do I have to push that separately? Anyway, remember me. And this is the first time that it's going to work. Actually, let me do this off screen just in case it doesn't work. Oh, look, it worked. It works. I'm kind of stuck here though. Yeah, killed those monsters. Another thing I notice is the walls, you can see through them. I should probably fix that. Hold on. Let me get my bearings. I have too many windows open on the side here. Okay, and I missed a whole bunch of chat. Hey there, Ramy. How are you doing? Wowee! Ravenfall. Oh, are you talking about Zeratar's game? Yeah. I think Zeratar's game is pretty awesome. If you don't know what we're talking about, just check out his stream the next time. He's making a Twitch integrated idle game. So you can like like an idle game is where your player doesn't directly control the characters, they just directs them, say, hey, go train mining or something, and the character goes off and does what they want, as long as it's in the realm of what you ask them to do, like mining. But you can't control them, like moving left, right, up, down. It's like you tell them to go do some category of things, and they just do it. And it's integrated into a stream, and it's really cool. Ramy, you said you told your boss you're going to need a raise, or you're going to leave? I hope that went well. Hey, well, just if you're looking for other game dev streamers, then Zeratar's a good one, I think. All right, so who spawned dead? Are you dead? How would I check? I would go to the sewers and then look at your character. Are you really dead? No, you're not dead. You must have respawned. Okay. And there's a new player in the game. Okay, what else do I need to test here? Okay, this is working again. Can I purge chat? Let me make sure I can do that. I cannot do that from this window, but let me try. So 715.209, this is just a test, nothing personal. I just want to make sure I can do a purge, because we've had problems with that in the past. Oh yeah, it is. I do feel like it's I call it a super community because each streamer has their own community, right? But a lot of the people in the community of one stream will be found in other streams, and it could be just their similar kinds of streams, or in some cases it's some of the viewers are themselves streamers and they'll just hang out in each other's channels. So I kind of feel like there's a loose network of separate communities tied together through common viewership, or a super community. So, and I like to shout out all of the streams that I enjoy, and so Zerotar is a streamer that, you know, don't hesitate to raid or hang out in his channel. And there are a few others, like Mike was in here earlier, and who else was in here but that also streams? If you're in here and you stream and I don't know, you should let me know so I can shout out your channel. Mike is still here, just silently recovering from a cold, from those baby germs. It's what you get when you go auto-crossing in Alberta without proper attire. Isn't that a myth, though, that you can get sick from being in the cold? Okay, let me make the walls not pass through. So I think the way I did this was background. All right, it has this visibility thing. So which one was it? Inside? Aha. So if I set the vision here to 1. Ooh. So 715.209 probably saw that. Everything probably got changed so that it's shadowed again now. So what else should we block? Probably closed doors, right? And this kind of wall. Oh no, what was that? Oh, this is an invisible secret door. And then probably we want mountains to block light as well, right? And that's maybe about it. What else should block light? Should we have trees cast shadows? Yeah, why not? Tree will cast shadow too. And maybe that's it, I guess. Oh, we should have this one cast light. How much light should it cast? Maybe 4? We can play around with that now. Oh, and I wanted torches to cast light as well. Let's have the torches. How many squares? Maybe 2? Okay. Oh, I'm dead. Respawn. So yeah, now that... Oh, and I didn't set the ambient light level of the zone, so we can't tell if there are dark areas, right? Like, this area should be dark because there are no torches. You can see attacks in the dark. I hadn't thought about that. That's a bug. So you can probably see people being attacked behind walls. How did that slime get in here? Get out of here, slime. No, you get out of here. Thank you. 2 gold is mine. All right. I have to go and find the ID for the zone, and that is 12942. I don't have a nice way to do this. I just have to type that number, 12942 fetch, and then... Oh, I had a file for that, didn't I? Forgot about this. Where did I put it? Source? ECS zones sewers 1? Yeah. So then format, and then I added like light or something, right? Actually, let's just cheat and look at the test environment where I did this for lighting test. 7749. 7749 fetch. Yeah, it's light, and then the radius of ambient light. Okay, so light. How far do we want to see in the sewers? Maybe 2 squares? It's probably good, right? So I'll take that and paste it back into the game here. Update. And then fetch again. Okay, so when the moment you move, now it becomes really dark, except for you should be able to see where these torches are. Oh, there's that bug where if the torch is right on the wall, it doesn't illuminate light. I forgot about that. Okay, so let me fix that for temporarily. For now, we'll put the torches in little alcoves. That's what I'll do. So we'll make little alcoves here, and then we will change what the torch is standing on to brick. This is just temporary. So now, the little lights, those lights are pretty weak though. Let's make them stronger. Where was it? Inside? Torch. 4 maybe, instead of 2. There we go. So now you can see where the torches are lighting things. And then when you go here where it's not lit, it's dark. Let's put a torch back there. I don't like it being so dark there. Level 1, we'll put a torch next to this. Actually, let's take that and move it over here. There we go. So you can kind of see that there's a lit room back there, and you go in there and oh, there's a torch there. Yeah, I want to fix this, but there's a bug right now where if you put it on the wall, it only lights the wall. It doesn't light the things in front of the wall. And as the GM, you see how I can cheat? I can see through everything. Die. All right. See, now it's really spooky. So you go, oh, that's interesting. The gate blocks light? Huh. Oh, it's because the gate is set in a wall and the wall blocks light. Okay, that's another bug then. All right, well, I'm seeing bugs left and right. So, because there's an open gate, it should allow the light through, but the light is being blocked by the wall that the gate is set in. So this is really spooky now. I can't even see the orcs until it's too late. Ah! Orcs! Good thing that they don't hit me very easily. Ah! Ah! No, no, no. Ah, I'm dead. Save point. Cool. So the trees cast shadows now too, which is kind of cool. Standing right in front of the tree, you can't see immediately or behind it. And you can't see through those walls. So now you don't know what's in those rooms. This bug is annoying me though. I should be able to see through that and it doesn't work. Okay, how's the performance of the server? It's probably going to burn CPU credits, but only while people are playing, I bet. I might have to work on some more performance improvements, or maybe just start paying more for the server. It says your game is programmed in multiple different languages. Yeah, so what you're seeing here is the front end, and this is mostly JavaScript with some libraries I use which use WebGL, so this is Phaser, but it's mostly just a React app with Redux for state management. So that's JavaScript, that's one. And then on the back end, which I can't show, I can show you in the test environment. This is the output window of the back-end server, and it's all in C++ with some Lua scripting. And so I can show you the Lua scripting in the game if I go to the scripts thing. Like, here's the script for giving a player a sword. This is in Lua, and it's integrated into the C++ through things such as this JSON.object. So this actually is a C function in the server that will take this Lua table and construct a JSON structure around it that you can then pass to other things. In this case, we're making these structures, which are going back into the entity component system as, you know, this is the tile component and this is the item component. Together, that's the sword entity, right? And then once it's created, there's a callback which gets executed, which is take that sword entity and give it to the player through this give function, which is here. So give is to get the player inventory, which is yet another Lua script, and then find a free slot, which is another Lua script, and put the thing in the free slot and modify the player component to update the inventory. So I use Lua in the back end mostly for rapid development in the production environment, which is usually dangerous. But for me, one of the things I wanted for my stream is to be making live changes in the production environment. Like I was showing earlier, I changed the walls here so that when you're in the game down here, you can actually see the light from these torches. And so that includes the game logic too. So having stuff in Lua allows me to rapidly try things out. Like if I wanted to make the swords more powerful, I would just go in here and change this damage die or damage number of rolls or damage bonus, and just hit submit, and it's poof, it's in the game automatically, right? Whereas if it was all in C++, it might be more efficient and faster, but I would have to rebuild the server, which you saw me do earlier. Back here, not this window. Back here, where I had to build a server, and then I had to package it as zip, I had to deploy it, then I had to turn the servers off and then back on again to load the newest code. So it's a big ordeal to deploy. So having stuff in Lua makes it like, rapid changes can be tried out. And then the fourth language I use is Python, and that is mostly just for the tooling. And it's not complete yet. I still have it in multiple steps. So this tool deploy takes a zip file and it communicates with the backend server to upload these versions of the game so that I don't have to do it manually. There's a live reload for C++, well, but you would have to break up your program into different loadable modules, and I've done that before, but it's a real pain, at least for me. So I've opted to just make it completely a scripted, interpreted language for the malleable parts of the game. So my thought is, until I really know how the combat system, for example, works, I'll just do it in Lua. It'll be a little bit slower, but it'll still work. And then once things like settle down and I'm kind of happy, like let's say I'm happy with the give script. This give script I haven't changed in months, right? I would port this to C++ and then it would be built into the server. The benefit would be it would probably run faster. The minus side would be if I needed to change it in the future, I'd have to rebuild the server or take it out or maybe overload it with a different Lua system or something like that. Write a C++ interpreter. Kind of hard to do that because C++ is a very difficult syntax. More likely, or it would be more easy to make a C interpreter, I think. But has anyone actually done that? I don't know. Also, the door only has one block. Yeah, so there's a problem with the door. I can fix the problem with the door just by removing the wall. So if I go to depth 0 and just remove the wall on that door, just by making it ground again. Now it's going to look odd, because it's like there's a gateway standing there in midair. I can't go around this guy, I gotta kill him. But you can see through it now, right? Whereas if it is a wall, you can't see through it because of the wall, because of the bug. There's Clang libraries you can use for parsing. Yeah, but I bet it would be really slow because it would have to do multiple passes and yeah. I don't know. I'm just skeptical, I guess. Oh, Ultramark, the server consensus stuff, it's got its pros and cons, right? It's really fragile because I haven't worked out all the bugs, but when it works really well, and that is that we have the servers split up into 3 programs, and one of them is marked the leader, so it's actually running the game systems. And then the other 2 are followers. They're basically making copies of the game live so that if the leader were to crash, one of the 2 followers could become the leader almost immediately and continue the game with only just a slight pause, and we wouldn't lose data. So that's the plus side. If you want to read more about that, I did not invent that. That is, forgot the name of the guy, but PhD student developed this algorithm. I just implemented it. And there are many other implementations out there. And I got the idea to implement that from Adam13531, who I will give a special shout out to. I was talking to him about how to make a server like have 99% uptime, and he said, why don't you check out this raft algorithm? I'm like, oh, okay, never heard of that. He gave me a link to the algorithm like I just did to you, and I'm like, this is pretty cool, but it sounds really complex. That's right up my alley. I like to implement stuff from scratch that's complex. Because I'm a glutton for coding punishment. That's me. Yeah, that was fun and has its pros, but also its cons. It's also slow. If we don't need replication, it's just extra burden. So in a sense, some of the things I do with that raft, I could offload from raft and just do it directly. But then I'd lose the benefit of the resiliency from crashing. So if a server crashes and the state wasn't controlled by raft, it's gone. We unless we saved it somewhere else, we lose it. And so right now I've only been putting cache stuff, things that can be reconstructed from the replicated state, so that the penalty when we crash is we have to reload, we have to reparse stuff. All right. So I guess the deployment was a success and I should move on. I don't know. Has anyone else tried out the login with Twitch feature? Could the black be foggy, 715-209? Yes, it could. Right now, I'm just doing what the old Ultima games did, which is black and white. You can either see the tile or you can't. Hey there, Endurn. Yeah, so this idea has come up several times. It's sort of a newfangled idea, I would say. It's like the old Ultima games that I'm inspired by were just like this. It was either completely black or completely not black. But we could have a shade of gray where we show the tile but gray it out a little bit. We could do that. It would just be a little bit more work for the client, I think, in that we would have to apply an alpha, I guess, and like draw the tile at 0.5 alpha instead of 1, and so it would blend with the black behind it. So we could do that. I ought to give you a point for that. We should try it out at least, right? That was 715-209, right? Yeah, why not? Let me take your comment and put it in my notebook too. Because it's one of those things that I need to keep reminding myself about so that I can eventually get to doing it. All right. Come on, notebook. Over here. Don't need that. And that's not the right thing. What was that? I don't know what that was. I don't know why it was in my clipboard. I thought I just copied from here. Weird. Hold on a sec. I might have to do a thing. I think that was just a client ID. That wasn't a secret of any kind. I don't know why the old client ID was still on my clipboard. Anyway. In case that was a secret, it's not that hard to regenerate secrets. I would have just gone and done it now. Can you file a bug? It states points where I only have 1. You should have more than 1 point. How many points do you think you should have, Endurn? Should have 1,000,000 points? It's possible I could have misplaced the point counts. Let me look. Off screen here. Do you even have an account in the game? Let me look. Endurn, you don't have an account in the game at all. Oh, it should be singular. Like point. I think it works too. Here, I will give you a point to test. No, it doesn't. You're correct. So I will give you a point because you found a bug. Hey, let's fix that. That's really easy. I will look where I have the word point. Points. Whole word, please. And that's interesting. I use the word points a lot. I didn't think I did. That would be in Golem. And that would be in this table. It would be in one of these tables. Here it is. Looks like you can do PTS as a shortcut, so we'll just do that. There you go. Easy peasy. Oh, that too? I thought I fixed that. Has one... Oh, no, I didn't do it. I didn't do it there. I did it somewhere else, though. Where did I do that? I can search for S. I did it here. So, like, when you're granted a point, it'll say you earned 1 point, not points. And then if you have 1 point, it'll say you have 1 point total. I did it in one place and not the other, I guess. That's more work, so let me just give you a point for that. Because you found not just one thing, but two by accident. You thought you were just found that bug, but you actually found 2 bugs. Let me put that other one in here. So I'll remember this tell here. There you go. You're like a master point earner. You're that good. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I'm mostly interested right now. Oh, and I died. That's the problem. If you hang out in this dungeon, eventually you get killed by the slimes and whatnot. Like, if I just stand here, he's like, I don't like you. I'm going to hit you. And if I just take it... Oh, someone said that there's a bug where you can see particles in the dark, right? I'm not sure how I want to handle that. Who pointed that out? I want to give them a point. Anybody remember? It's 715209. I'll give you another point. I want to fix that as well. Also, there's a known bug where if the camera moves while a particle effect is happening, the particle effect doesn't move. I know about that one. This spot right here is relatively safe because the slimes are not able to get that far, and the orcs over here don't pass this point here. What are we testing? Anything else here? I guess I can just try the Twitch thing one more time. So log out, log in. Oh, and I wanted to fix that. Something wrong with the SVG, I think. I thought that would be deployed when I built it, but I guess not. Where was that file? In public? Where is that? Public. Okay, where did I put it? Glitch white RGB SVG, I think that's it. Interesting that it didn't deploy that. It should have. Oh no, my script doesn't deploy that junk. Okay, so I need to do that manually. Okay. I gotta go to public and I have to deploy that file. So AWS S3 copy glitch white RGB SVG to OmniaRegna.com. Yes. And it's CP, not SP. Toulouse? 3 months? Thank you for the resub, my friend. Thank you for your support. Yeah, I don't have a welcome back, sorry. Do I have a welcome? Nope. Should we fix that? Adcom, welcome back. What should we have it say? We should have it... my bot doesn't have the ability to do Atom or Ramu emotes. So let's keep it to Mr. Destructoid, shall we? Welcome back. I don't have a target username thing either, do I? You know, I'm not going to do it right now. I'll have to figure that out later. Let me put that in my notes. Add, welcome and welcome back commands that take an argument. I don't have support for this part yet, so I can't do that. Alright, so anyway, eventually the CloudFront cache will reload and I will see that SVG. It might take it a while though. Not enough support, I know. RIP. I can do it this way though. Oh, but I only have a macro for 1 month. I don't have a 3-month thing like Adam does. I'm not as adept as Adam is at all the shortcuts. Anyway, let's see if this works. Cool. It works. It does flash a JWT at first, but my game only allows the JWT to be used once. So it should be okay, right? I should double check that. I added the nonce thing, but did I actually complete the work on that? Might it be an idea to show login with Twitch at the register page? The way it works is if you don't have an account and you log in with Twitch, it will say, oh, you don't have an account yet. Would you like one? Please enter a player name. And then it's the same as the register page. I figured that made more sense, that you would just say login, and then it would say, oh, you don't have an account. Do you want one? But maybe you have a point. Let me think about this. So you're saying back here, this has a Twitch button. I can just add one here. Actually, that wouldn't be too hard. I would just have a or login with Twitch, and then it would bring you to the same thing. I'll show you how that works in this environment. So to do that, I just need to delete my character. Where's my delete button? Delete my account. Poof, I'm gone. All right, and then log in with Twitch. Authorize, and it will say, welcome to the game. Please enter a name for your character. Sign up. So that's the equivalent of the create account if you don't have a linked account and you log in with Twitch. So I could add that button. Confirm. So add it to this page, I guess. So we can do that. So we can implement Endurance idea right now. That's how much of easy feature it is. I just need to go to the dialogues for login, and then what did I call it? New account or something? New player. So the login has the or login with Twitch, right? This thing. So there's a line through, and then this thing which triggers a non-login with Twitch. So let's do that, and over on the here we'll paste it here. What do I want it to look like? Maybe under the CAPTCHA. What is this? Oh, right. I remember that. Okay, so it's here, right? See if I got that right. The clicking the button's gonna break because I don't have the prop set up. Oh. It also didn't like the fact that this is not a React fragment. Can I program a girlfriend for you? I'll get right on that, Enduran. I'll let you know. Okay, it didn't like it? Oh, that's not a prop directly, is it? Or no, it is, but it's a function prop. So yeah, and I do need it. I can just copy it though. There we go. And then new account. There we go. It's just really big. I should probably fix the CSS for that. But it'll do the same thing, right? Yeah, it does the same thing. Log out. Actually, what happens if I do new account? It should just log me in. Yeah, okay, fine. Maybe move the button to above the or line? I mean, like, just get rid of or? Or maybe below the sign up cancel? Right, I think we're saying the same thing, so move it below the buttons, right? And that would be taking it and moving it below here, I guess. Actually, why is that not indented? How did that happen? It would be below here, and it would be only if we're not connected with Twitch, right? Okay, so undo this a bit. Let's pick this up and copy it to here. And get rid of the reCAPTCHA, and this becomes a fragment. And then we remove it from here. Voila. Like that, right? I think I'm getting better at React, don't you think? I did that in like a couple minutes. whereas like 6 months ago it would have taken me like an hour. Get Prettier to auto format my code. I'd have to make Prettier have the same opinions as I do. I think like it being an opinionated formatter, its opinions differ from mine, and it would probably annoy me. So we'll check this in. Thank you, Endorn, for the idea. Did I give you a point for this already? No, but I will now. There now, yeah, you're racking up those points. Keep going, Endorn. You'll be able to get that crystal golden sword someday. Where's my window for Git? Here it is. Okay, that was one fix from Endorn that he didn't even intend to tell me about. It's that we should obey the singular form of point. Say make point an alias to points. And then interesting that this happens, but I guess that makes sense, right? It was sorted incorrectly before. So we make the sewers dark by adding a light 2. Without a light key, it's not dark at all. And then this is an alternate create account through Twitch. So add log in with Twitch to new account dialog. Submit that and push. Well, let's garbage collect first and then push it. Hey there, browsing. How are you doing? 300% increase in 15 minutes. Yeah, I know. Getting those points really quick. Let's create my own formatter. Well, I was thinking 715209. I could just take Prettier and train it to have the same opinions as I do. Maybe. I mean, is Prettier configurable? I know via Visual Studio is. You can like tell it what your opinions are, and it will format things properly. So we just added this button because it was easy to do. But I wanted to show you guys that it's in the game now as well. So you can now log in with Twitch, and actually let me go back, because this wasn't working at first, and now it is, now that the cache has been cleared. So you can log in into my game with Twitch now, and if you don't have an account, it will let you create one. Otherwise, you will immediately be linked. So if I go to here, it'll show me that I'm linked, and if I give myself points, like this, hey, look, I have a point. I shouldn't cheat, though, should I? I should take away my point. There, I took away my point. Doesn't show for you. What doesn't show? Oh, the thing I just added, because that was in a test. I haven't deployed it. I guess I could. So to deploy the front end is a lot easier than the back end. The only things I need to do are to go to the package JSON and bump the number. Yeah, live updates. That's right. We're doing DevOps today too. Uh-oh, I have a conflict. Should probably fix the conflict first, right? And then what? Oh, it's going to do a merge. Okay. What did it do? Oh yeah. So I don't need that merge. We will go back to here. And then let me just replay on top of it. So we'll just rebase. Git rebase origin master. Because it should not conflict. No, it looks clean. You see what I just did? I avoided the ugly little diamond merge. And then, right, we're updating this, right? Oh, did it undo what I did there? I think it did. Yeah, it did. So I had to redo that one. And then, hey there, Tim. How are you doing? DevOps, that's right. How are you doing? And by the way, Tim Bidet is another Twitch streamer. He's an awesome developer. He has made his own game engine in C++ and is using it to develop various little racing games. I call him little because he has a plan these days. Tell me if I'm wrong, Tim, but you have a plan these days to kind of develop a new game every like 3 or 4 months. So they're like smaller scale games, not like what I'm doing where it's going to take me years, but something where he'll have a fully fledged and finished project within a few months, and he'll get it out there, earning himself some money. And he does the whole process. He does the planning, the design, the development. I even think he does some marketing too. So bump front end to version 1.29.0. Commit, and then my procedure is to do that and then tag it. Push tags, and then we'll do an npm run build here, and then a deploy, and then we'll be done. And then we'll try it out. Actually, to try it out, I have to destroy my old account. Or I guess I could have someone else test it for me. Because if I tell it to create an account through Twitch, it'll say, well, you already have an account, so here you go. That's the hope currently, though you do have a huge project in mind eventually. You mean trailing breaks, right? The big game you had in mind? You're just stepping... Yeah, I like the idea of doing smaller scope projects because you have the revenue and the sense of accomplishment. It's something I should probably have done. All right, so let's just do the deploy. We'll just live on the dangerous side here. So this deploys a new copy of the front end. You can see all the files have a hash in them, so I don't need to worry about turning off the CloudFront caching. It's just a new file, and the only thing that is like not cached is the index.html and the asset manifest. So now if I go to this front end and log out, and then new account. Oh, I need to refresh. New account. There it is. There's the button. Authorize, and I'm in. I'm in. Thank you for that follow, by the way. We'd recommend learning a version control system. Oh, I'm dead. How did I die? I didn't hear any audio. Oh, because I was tabbed out. Weird. There shouldn't have been a slime there. I wonder how that slime got in there. The git commands, well, git is just one kind of version control system. It's not for everyone. Some people like Mercurial, other people like different systems out there. I think it's a must to do any kind of software development because you'll want to see what changed over time. You might make a mistake and want to undo it. It's also a built-in backup system. There's all sorts of pluses for it. Yeah, I know. 715-209. I knew. Yeah, I know some people who like Mercurial. I like some people who hate Mercurial, who hate Git. You know, it's all personal preference. As long as you use some kind of system to manage the versions of your work. Should you create an account first to link to Twitch? I think it's easier now that I have this system in place that you just either log in or new account with Twitch, and it will it'll just create it. Whereas if you create an account in game, you have to set a password first, and then once you're logged in, you have to link. So what I allow you to do when you log in with Twitch, if you don't have a password, you don't need one. You would just not be able to log in any other way besides Twitch. So if I wanted to, I could clear my password. See that? I added a new button. But you can only do that when you're linked to Twitch. If I unlink from Twitch, I'm not able to clear my password anymore. Let's do that. Are you sure you want to unlink your character from Twitch? Once unlinked, points you gain in chat will not be applied to this character anymore unless you link it again. Only one character may be linked to one Twitch account at a time. Also, you'll need to log in with your username and password to access your account. So I say, yes. Now I can't do the clear password anymore because you have to be linked to Twitch because we don't want you to lose access to your account. So let me relink it. So I get the code, copy to clipboard, and paste before anyone else does. And now I'm relinked, and I can clear my password again if I want. The other thing is if you don't have a password set, if I clear the password, then I can set one without, as long as I'm linked to Twitch, and I can't unlink. So let me clear the password. Oh, I'm getting killed. I shouldn't do this while I'm getting killed. Die, slime. How did that slime get back here again? I thought this was a safe spot. Nowhere is safe. I should probably move out of the sewers where it's dangerous. Right? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh, I lived. I must escape the sewers. To test, because I don't want to die while I'm testing. Man, it's dangerous down here. And I can't get that gold because it's on the stairs. Wonderful. Well, GM, can you move that gold for me? I'll move the gold for you. Why not? Move it here. Thank you, GM. Now I can get the gold. And here we're back in the safety of the starter town. Okay. So let me clear my password. Oh, I have to type in my current password for this to work. Well, I have that in my password manager. Let me do this off screen. Cool. So now that I don't have a password on my account, you see how I can't unlink from Twitch? If I were to be able to unlink from Twitch without having a password on my account, I would lose access to my account. So instead I will have to set my password. And now I can unlink from Twitch if I want. So I did that whole procedure. I don't know how much of it I did on stream versus off stream. Have I officially lost it? How did I lose it? You didn't notice the login with Twitch button to create an account? I think it's too big or something? Oh, really? It's about that size. Did I answer your question about Redis? Did I? Let me see. When did you ask that? Wow, it was a while ago. I don't see your question about Redis. That must have been a while ago. Redis. When did you ask me? Anyway, if you asked about what I use for game state, right now it's all stored in a JSON file. So eventually I'm going to have to move to a database, and I was thinking a MySQL database. I don't know. I don't know anything about Redis, so it's something I can look into. Yeah, let's leave that an open question. Would storing state in Redis be better? I don't know. I'll give you a point, because maybe. Yeah, I heard, Tim, you were pitching to like a huge number of publishers. That's crazy. I hope you didn't have to do them individually. I hope they were like all in one big meeting. And that would have been one Monka-as nerve-wracking meeting if it was. 27 different publishers, wow. It's an in-memory database thingy. Oh, well, I need to have it stored persistently in case the server crashes. But once it's in memory, I have basically my own data structure. Right now it's JSON for part of it, like for the ECS, but not completely. Sort of custom. I don't know. Maybe Redis would be better. Did I miss any other chat? Tim said I lost it, but I don't know what he meant, unless that was saying that I lost my link and I got it back there. Oh, and 715.209, the reason why it said already linked, because you already have a character linked, so it won't even check to see if you can link it to someone else. All right. Did I need to test anything else here? I don't think so, but my memory isn't so good today. Let's see if I forgot. No, I already have that. Am I moving on to the legal stuff, maybe? Or is there something else in my plan? I did that. So that's done. I guess I'm doing this now. So this is maybe not as interesting, but I need to do it. So right now when you are logged out, it says there is no terms of service or privacy policy yet. Well, good news. I have a terms of service and a privacy policy. They are not yet checked by a lawyer, but I do have something. It's more than nothing. So I figured I would just check them in. And if I have a lawyer review it and we make changes, that's fine, because it's built into these policies right now that they can and will be updated.
Including but not limited to. I know, that's my favorite phrase now. You want to see my terms of service? I worked on this off stream yesterday because I thought it was really boring to do on stream. Where is it? Here's the privacy policy. So let's show this in preview. Oh, how do we do it with not showing it off to the side? Here we go. So if I really wanted to make it this Alexius stream, where he would read terms of service and privacy policies, I would just read through the thing. But let me just summarize. So a couple of things I picked up from reading other legal documents is that if you want to use a phrase to mean something specific in your policy, you do it this way. You have what it stands for, and then in parentheses, in quotes, you say the phrase. So now on, if I say the game or in game, it means Omnia Regna, right? So the name of my company is that, but I want to abbreviate it, so I do that. And then when we say we, us, our, or ourselves, it means my company or its affiliates. Here's our contact address, and it basically say this document describes you know, what we collect, why, and who we share it with. And we want to be open and transparent. And it's for anyone who establishes an account in the game. You, yourself, your. And so it says basically by logging into the game that you're consenting to the terms. If you don't agree, then don't play the game, right? And here are the things that we collect. Your username might be personally identifiable, so it's something you choose. You can change it every 30 days. Thank you for that follow, by the way. We talk about how we collect Twitch ID, login, and display name. That's to link the account. Your email address is something you may provide. It's not required. If you provide it, we'll only use it to send you password reset tokens or allow you to log in with your email address if you wish. You can also provide your email address if you want to be subscribed to a mailing list that I'm going to make for policy, like terms of service and privacy policy updates. You know, some people might want to get an email when we change our policies, right? And then I'm going to say, since that's sort of a manual process right now, give me 30 days to have any changes take effect. And we'll only use it for that explicit purpose. And if you can be requested to be removed at any time, right? And so we talk about your password, that we don't store it in the clear because that would be stupid. We use PBKDF2. I actually talk about how strong it is. And because I like the technical details, even though it's a legal document, I threw that in there. I figured it wouldn't hurt. It also holds me to a certain standard that I can never go under that without breaking my own privacy policy, which would probably be a good thing. Hey there. How are you doing? I don't know how to say your name, though. John? John Coot? How are you doing? So you can change your password. You can remove your password if your account is linked to Twitch. So basically describe all the things that have to do with your password, right? We use a strength estimation. We could ban you if we think that your account has been compromised just for your own safety. Actually, I wish everybody would be transparent about the technical security. Yeah, I agree. So I'm trying to do that here. We talk about how we store in-game chat messages up to 7 days long. We collect them to transmit them to other players. That's how chat works, right? And also we store them in event of a dispute. If someone reports someone else for violating the ToS, we want to, within that week, we want to go through back through the chat logs and see, well, what did they say? We don't use cookies of any kind because I don't know how to use cookies yet, but we do use local storage for the remember me thing. We hold on to a persistent login token in your username, and that's about it. And we tell you we never send it to anyone else. You can opt out by logging out or using the built-in tools to clear local storage. Oh, you don't have a privacy policy? So, Tim, I'm thinking that this is just my first draft, and I'll probably want a lawyer to review it to make sure it's good. It might be overkill, but, you know, I think unless it's really expensive, why not COA, right? Cover your ass. Or CYA. COA. Anyway, okay, this is the important part, right? How do we share your data? We're not going to share it with anyone except for these cases. If legal process, right? Court subpoenas the records or a valid government request. If someone buys my game, I'll have to give them the data, right? If you give me consent to share your data, sure, right? And here's the important things I thought. If I feel that we need to detect, prevent, or address some kind of fraud, like I need to report you to the police or something because I found out you talked about robbing a bank, I don't know. Or if we need to share it to protect someone's rights, privacy, property, or safety of anyone, third party, you, us, public. So I saw these in a bunch of other privacy policies. I thought that was a good thing. You know, basically let us protect people. And then this is sort of GDPR stuff, right? So we have to say the game's hosted by Amazon Web Services in the US. If you live outside the US, then you're giving us consent to store your stuff in the US. If you don't like that, then you can't play. We keep backups indefinitely right now. This might be a problem. I don't know yet. If it's a problem, then I need to, there's a couple of, we could purge old backup copies, but the problem is I want to get some metrics from the game before I do that, like a graph of how many people have played over time, and then I'd be comfortable destroying backup copies. Or I could take the backup copies and just strip private personal info out, which is what I want to do anyway when I measure aggregate data. Just strip all the personal info out and just keep the interesting stuff like how many people played, how many people died, how many times the monsters were killed, that kind of thing. But we only use it for that and also to restore and like typical backup reason. And also if we're subpoenaed, you know, if we need to share it for any reason and I might need to extract it from a backup because maybe you tried to cover your tracks by just deleting your account, but before you did that, you did something bad, well, it would be in the backups, right? So your rights are that you can download a copy of your info at any time, and if you haven't seen that, that's in here. Let me log in again. It's this button, download my data, down here. Okay, you can't see it because my face is covering it. The download my data? I did that a long time ago, and that gets a copy of all the personal info on our game servers, with the exception of chat logs, guys. I didn't implement that yet, but I figure someone might say go full on GDPR and want everything, so I put in this clause that if you send me an email, sure, I'll crawl through the chat log to get it within 30 days, and if that gets too annoying, I'll probably just automate it and then change this to say it's just part of that. You can delete your account at any time. We provide a method in-game. You can also contact me, and I'll do it within 30 days. It removes all your personal info except for backup copies, which are retained to comply with legal government requests, detect, prevent fraud, etc., etc. And then this is also part of like protecting kids and stuff like that. So we say we do not knowingly collect any info from people under 13 years of age. You're not allowed to play for that young. If we discover that someone has, we're going to destroy the data, remove it from our servers. If you're a minor but 13 years or older, you need your parent, legal guardian consent, blah, blah, blah. And that's pretty much it. I have a feeling like I'm missing something, but the last thing was just saying we're not liable for anything in chat. We will moderate it, but we disclaim responsibility for, pissing someone off. And there might be links occasionally, and they're independent of us, and they have their own privacy policies. We're not liable for what they do. We advise caution before following links. So anyway, so the terms of service is kind of like that. I won't go through that because it's just more of the same, but I want to take these, which are in Markdown, and I want to convert it into two formats: HTML and to put on when you just browse, and also PDFs, because I figure lawyers want PDFs too. You wonder how much a lawyer will charge? Yeah, or how much they will change. I wonder both. How much will they charge and how much will they change? And yeah, I'm trying to cover GDPR. I think the important parts with GDPR are saying what you back up and how long you keep it, that you give methods for getting your info and removing your info, and that we were hosted in the US, and also we don't let young kids log in, because that would be a lot more mechanisms required to keep them safe and all that stuff, right? Cover Omnia asks, exactly. Just store it as text format? We could do that too. I mean, if I remember correctly, I'm just going to be looking for this tool. I think it's online, just something that converts between Markdown and other formats. They probably have a text format. I just haven't. I don't remember what it is. So we're going to go look for it now. Or should I check this in first? My idea was to check it into the same repository where I have issues tracked, because this is sort of a public-facing top-level repo for the game. So right now it just has a README, and we just use it for issue tracking. But I'll be adding basically the source code to the privacy policy in terms of service there. So maybe I'll just go and do that. That's in issues. So the moment I check these in, then they're available for everyone to look at. And I think that's okay. In fact, that's what I intended to all along. The only thing that might be an issue is my email address, but that's all set up. Yeah. I have to have some way for people to contact me. I might as well, now or later, doesn't matter. So add initial draft of privacy policy and terms of service. Commit and push. Pandoc. I remember that, but there was a front end online that was super convenient. That I probably used Pandoc under the hood. I think I used Pandoc when I needed some format that the online thing didn't support, or it could be that the online tool put in a watermark and I didn't like that. Oh, about the text? Yeah, RFs. I like the fact that RFCs are in text, So let's just do what anyone else would do, and we look for Markdown to PDF, and let's see if something strikes my memory. Will we look online or something? This was one of them, I think. What else? Yeah. I think this one had watermarks it though, right? Eh. There's also PostScript or PDF RFCs, but mostly an older one. Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning too. Would it be sufficient just to convert it to HTML and then print that to PDF, right? I think this one watermarks it though, right? No, I guess I can try it. Yeah, we'll do it with our privacy policy. All right, let's see what it looks like. Actually, it didn't watermark it. Maybe this is fine. It looks nice. Now, I guess we can print... No. Actually, it did something with the spacing there. Something weird with the spacing. Yeah, what's going on there? It didn't do it there. Is it only when it's broken between two lines? I can't tell. Yeah, look at that. I wonder if it's just the viewer. Let me down... Actually, it's in my download, so... Can open it with Adobe or something. Downloads. All right. No, it screwed it up. Hide. So, oh well, can't use that site because it screws it up. All right, goodbye Markdown to PDF. Nice knowing you. Shall we do the Markdown to HTML? And then you guys are saying, just print it to PDF? This one looks similar. Say coming soon. Okay, well, let's give it a try. And then that's the preview. Okay, so just grab that and then do new file and paste it, save, pp.html, and then open that in browser. Is that gonna work? No. Show, where is it? What does this mean? Open file on remote. Let's just do reveal in Explorer and I'll just open it. I mean, I guess. It doesn't need to be pretty, right? It's a legal document. Do I care about making it pretty? The other one was pretty, the PDF. Okay, let me print this to PDF. Let me do this off screen so you don't see the super secret name of my printers. Print to PDF, printing. And then saving it back in the same folder. pp.pdf. All right. And then here it is. It put that in there, so that's a problem. It also did a bunch of other junk. Yeah, I don't like that it put the header. Can I remove that? Is that something that I did when I did printing to PDF? Print. Yeah, it's wanting to put that stuff in there. How do I remove that? Is that page setup? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Do we just want blank everything, right? Nice. Actually, I guess we could put page numbers. Why not put a page number? And I don't like how it's so in the margin. Can I fix that? How about give it a little bit more space for the margin? No, it puts it at the bottom. Why do that? That was weird. Okay, well, I guess it's going to be stuck in the bottom of the margin for some reason. You want good HTML to PDF? There's open HTML to PDF, as you know, and a few commercial options. And you want me to replace 2 stars with underscores? Does that actually work the way that I want? I guess I can try that. Let me look back. I missed some stuff. There's a VC Code plugin for this? Really? Do you know any JS and what's your opinion of it? Yeah, I know a little bit about JS. JavaScript, right? The front end of my game is written in JavaScript. This is all written in JavaScript, so I know a little bit about it. My opinion is that it's pretty cool because you can make programs that run in your web browser. Especially with a framework like React. You can make a single page application, so when I click stuff, it doesn't actually browse to another page. It's all in the same page. So I like it. For example, to force a page break or prevent line breaks for extra CSS. Okay. Open HTML to PDF. Let me grab that and put it in my notes. Should be bold. Maybe that works. I guess we can try that. So I would go to here and then find all double stars and replace them. Whoops. Okay, why is this not selecting all? It's like deleting. Select all. Oh, Control-Shift-L, not K. Okay, so double underscore. Wait a minute. That was weird. Okay, let's try that. So we're trying this converter again, right? The PDF one, right? Where was it? This one. Select a file. Yes, please. And where are my downloads? There's my downloads. And where did it go? It went up. That's weird. Do you need to hit refresh? Yep, I needed to hit refresh. Okay, there's where it looked. That's what it changed it to. No, it's still doing the I don't know what you call it, but like it ate the space. There. So, boo. Unfortunate, huh? Hey there, Alpha. How are you doing? Hi. I think you've been here before. How are you doing? But don't want to go through HTML, then they're marked down to LaTeX converters, right? Well, then I would probably just use what, who was it? Someone suggested before I just use, Pandoc. Who said, oh yeah, Argus said Pandoc. Let me give you a point for that. I should just put that in my notes. There we go. Pandoc would be downloading a bunch of stuff, though. Maybe that's what I will want to do. I don't know. I'm actually okay, I think, with how this looked. Where did I open that? Here. I'm actually okay with this. It doesn't need to look that pretty. The only thing I'm a little bit uncomfortable is it put the page numbers like in the margin, and I would think that it would put it like at least center in the margin, if not at the top of the margin. Should we try the extension? Is there okay? Yeah, I guess we can. We might as well, right? Someone 5, were you the one that first recommended that? Someone mentioned it, but I'm kind of losing track of who mentioned it. The extension works great. All right, well, let's give it a try. So mark down to PDF. Actually, do they have one? Oh, they have markdown all in one. What is this? No. Do they have markdown to HTML? It says all you need. Does it have a print to HTML though? Oh yeah. This one's been downloaded 3 million times. Maybe that's the one we should use. So there were 2 of them, right? This one's got 500,000 downloads. This one's got almost 4 million downloads. I'm wondering if I should try this one first. Because if we get to HTML, then I can then go from HTML to PDF. I guess we can try both. Let's do... Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Let me take this phone call. I'll be right back.
Sorry about that. Need to go pick up one of my kids in about an hour. So, because they're not feeling so good, but nothing that bad. They just need to get home a little early today. You want to try something that just works really fast without any installs? There's, yeah, that one that I was trying, yeah. Well, we can give this one a shot. What's the worst that could happen? It could install a key. Actually, I trust it if it's got 4 million downloads. Let us try it out. So how do I print? Markdown print. There we go. That's actually all I want. So did it install it already? Or do I need to reload? I need to reload for that. Oh, okay. So we can just do it, right? Markdown. Okay, I don't see it. There it is. Print HTML. There we go. What did it do? It didn't seem to do anything. Was it supposed to put it somewhere? Maybe I need to reload. Okay, we can reload. Where's the reload? Oh, it was here somewhere. Is it under File? Thought it was under Help. Okay, fine. We'll just do reload here. There we go. If it created a file, I'm not sure where it put it. I mean, I guess, is this it? Okay, we need to delete this one because that might be it. Maybe it put it there. In fact, let's delete that one too. And then print. Oh, okay. So it just put it there. So let's open that. That was already in my window, right? So not this one. I closed that one. Right, so I can just reload that. It looks a little nicer. I kind of like the idea of having it in my browser and not having to run something online. And then I can just print this one to PDF, right? Do I want to keep I might as well keep the page numbers, right? So print that one to, oh, you saw my secret name of my printer. Or no, it's actually not on it's off the side of the screen, so we're good. I don't care. pp.pdf. Close, and then let's look at that with File Explorer. There we go. I mean, I think it looks okay. Now, will the links work? Nice. Cool. So the Markdown to PDF, we could try that, but I also wanted it in HTML anyway, and I figured it's easier to go from HTML to PDF rather than PDF to HTML. You think that badge on the Git tab changed from 2 to 3? Seems like it created in the same folder. Yeah, it did. Yep. Just out of kicks, let's try the other one. I wonder if I would have to remove the first one. I have HTML PDF. I wonder if this prints to HTML also. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, okay. So we can compare these two. Let's name this with let's rename this. Where is it? Issues. So let's call this candidate 1. Why did I do that? I don't know. This should just be candidate 1. I wonder if it can't rename it because I have it open here in Adobe. Probably, right?
There we go. Okay. So install. This one's taking longer to install. Huh. Did the install count just go up because I installed it? It's installing Chromium? Wow. Okay, I didn't think we would need such a heavy thing, but okay. We'll give it a shot. I can always uninstall it, right? And then let me, just to be fair, let me tell it to reload. And we're going to close these, and then we're going to take this one and print it. So I would assume it's also a command. Yes. So let's try export HTML. And it's doing it. It took longer, but that's fine. And then what does it look like? And then let's do that side by side with candidate 1. Put it off to the side. Okay, so this on the left is marked down to PDF, and on the right it's marked down all in one. They look the same to me. They look exactly the same. I mean, the CSS is a little different. I mean, the margins and such. Maybe I prefer the one on the right because it's got wider margins. I don't know. The actual typographic quality is going to be better with LaTeX based on those that don't go through HTML. The browser-based ones also sometimes have minor type settings and are not PDF compatible. Yeah, so I guess we can just export directly to PDF also and compare those two. Let's do that. So let's say that this one is called candidate PDF on from HTML, and then let me take Markdown all-in-one. How come I don't see it? Because we're not on the right thing. Okay. Markdown all-in-one. Oh, they don't have convert to PDF. Okay, so if I use Markdown all-in-one, I'd have to go to HTML first and then PDF. But if I do PDF, I can export directly to PDF. So that means this one stays the same. And then this I never saved it. Before I get too confused, this is candidate 2. And then print it to PDF candidate 2. Save. All right. And then we'll have a candidate 3, which is a direct export. Markdown PDF export to PDF. I am presuming this goes from LaTeX directly to PDF and not go through HTML. So this is candidate 3. All right. So there's candidate 1. There's candidate 2. And there's candidate 3. They put a little header on it. I don't know, it looks the same to me. Only a little bit, the fonts are a little bit bolder for the headings. Do I care? I don't really like that. Well, I guess that's a setting I could control, right? I don't really like that it put that there. I'm okay with the dates, I guess. The page numbers are better. It's just getting into the nitpicky details I guess I really don't care about. It doesn't look like it goes through LaTeX. They're all the same. I think I'm just going to go with candidate 1. Oh, wait. Oh, that's just when I resize. It's temporarily looks janky. Interesting that the title didn't update for that one. Actually, this one has a correct title. That's candidate 1, right? And this one didn't. So maybe 1 is better because the HTML is better. Let's look at the HTML. Oh. Do I want a Microsoft copyright? And this one's missing. This one doesn't have all the meta. I'm going to go with candidate 1 because it's got better meta information in it. So that was Markdown all-in-one, right? So let's just check these in. And then we'll get... Oh, I can't do that when it's open in Adobe. Forgot. Alt tabs, please. We're still gonna delete these. And should I run it one more time to make sure? So let me uninstall Markdown. Thank you for that follow, by the way. And someone... Well, I need to remember that I said I'd pick up my kid an hour from like 10 minutes ago, right? Actually, when was it that I went AFK? Yeah, it's like about 10 minutes ago. So when my stream time gets about 3 hours, let's say 3 hours 20 minutes, I need to stop. Hey there, CodeSane. We're doing some maybe not so exciting stuff. We did some exciting stuff earlier today where I deployed the latest code into production, and now I'm doing not so exciting but maybe necessary legal stuff. So we're getting the terms of service and privacy policy out there, and then I want to start tracking what versions people have seen, and then we'll have people acknowledge that they agree to it when they play. So if you missed it before, we have this feature now live in the game where oh, this is the wrong window. You can now log in with Twitch. Log in with Twitch. And you get authorized with Twitch, and you're in. And you do need to acknowledge the ToS. That's the standard thing, right? Is when you create an account, you need to acknowledge that you have read and agree to it. It's the standard click-through, right? And hopefully people actually read it. I think it's better to warn people that they should read it. And if they really don't want to read it, they can just click the checkbox, and at least they're sort of saying that they agree to it, even if, you know, and that they've read it, even if they haven't. It's their problem, right? I think if you just automatically assume that they agree to it because they're using it, that's maybe not as safe, because they could argue later, I didn't know you had a terms of service. I never saw any notification of it. I'd rather just do what everyone else does and have that little checkbox saying that you agree. And if you are scared off by it, that's probably fine. It reminds you of the South Park episode. You mean the one, what was it? Bill Gates comes to collect their souls or something, or their slaves for his, yeah, something like that. Well, you signed the end user license agreement saying that you sold your soul to us. Oh, right. I was going to run this one more time after I need to uninstall the Markdown to PDF. Don't think we need that. Uninstall. Reload. And we're just going to take this one and run it through Markdown all-in-one print to HTML. And that should have made a file here, which is the same as that, right? Okay, cool. So I can delete that one, and we'll just use this one. And let's do the same thing with the ToS. So print to HTML, and then here's the terms of service, and I'm just going to print it to PDF. Print. ToS PDF. And close that. Let me just double check. Oh, I forgot to check to see if this works on the ToS, right? Okay, that worked. All right. And this doesn't work yet because I haven't deployed it, but I plan to. And I can just, actually, I can just do it now. I should probably check it in first. Checking it in, and then we'll deploy it. Oh, and we fixed this too, right? Or no, we tried that and it didn't really matter. Should I just keep that? It maybe looks nicer anyway. So this is replace. Should I do it with the ToS also? Probably. ToS MD. So replace all of these with 2 underscores. And just in case it matters, I'll have it regenerate the HTML and then reprint it, I guess. I don't think it matters. I don't think it makes any difference. Print anyway. Yes. Close. Okay. Replace with in Markdown. Not that it made really any difference. And then we're going to check in HTML and PDF renderings. So add HTML and PDF renderings of policy documents. Commit. All right, and then let's deploy them. I can do it from, well, yeah, I can do it from here. Just need to navigate. AWS S3, copy. What was I? Was I going to make? The PDFs just on the root directory, right? So copy that to S3 Omnia Regna.com. And the ToS, and let's just make sure that that worked. So I should be able to, from here, click there and get the PDF version. Isn't that nice? Go back and click this and get the PDF version of the privacy policy. Isn't that nice? Okay. And then I also, what I wanted to also have work is you should be able to do this privacy, and we should get the HTML version, not feels bad man. Well, so it would be really index.html, right? Would be the equivalent of that. So AWS S3 copy pp.html omniarania.com. The privacy policy link is cut off? Or where? This is the wrong file anyway. You mean when you go to the PDF? In the terms of service. Oh, you're looking at it already? Oh. Oh, you mean the PDF link? I guess in the PDF it didn't preserve the link. So maybe I do need to make a better HTML to PDF conversion that preserves the links. Good point. That deserves a point. So maybe hold off from, well, I guess, yeah, we're going to have to improve the PDFs. The HTML versions were okay though, right? Yeah, these, oh, we didn't try it yet. I haven't deployed it yet. Let's call it privacy index HTML. And then, some part of me wants to just make it terms of service. But I guess we could abbreviate it too. Or call it terms. Let's call it terms. So I should be able to go to terms. And it didn't work. Oh, it would if it's slash. No, that didn't work either. Oh, it's yeah. Why doesn't that not work? Something I don't understand about S3, I guess. Terms dash of dash service is what Twitch uses. Hmm. Okay, but I guess I don't understand how S3 changes these things. What if we just leave it HTML? So part of me wants it to be like that anyway. So it would be is it RM? And then when I copy it, it should just be privacy.html. Actually, why not just make the names exactly the same? Why change them? And then let's remove terms also. And copy the TOS just as TOS. So TOS HTML. There we go. pp.html. Cool. All right, boring legal stuff done. So I wanted to try to get a better HTML to PDF converter, right? Because this was dropping the links somehow. I could try that, I guess. I need to use the restroom, though. Let's give Lumi a point. And try it out. I kind of remember using this. Buying saucer. Alright, so let's try it with a privacy policy. And then what? Just hit the button. Okay. It didn't quite work. It didn't work. Oh well. I wonder if it's because it has to be X HTML. And this is not X HTML. This is HTML5. Oh well, we give it a try. But let's just look. When I search, I want to use Chrome. So we're back here. Let me be consistent about one window I'm using. I've been using the incognito window. Right, so that's this one. Let's do HTML to PDF online. I see. It doesn't, this one didn't use CSS though, did it? Oh, it did. Well, that's interesting. It's using VS Code Markdown CSS and highlight. Interesting, okay. That's probably what it is then, right? Well, let's give the first link a try. What could go wrong? It can't be reached. Well, that's why. What else? This one? Beta, I wonder what that means. What does this do? Oh. Upload, sure. I guess I just hit the button. My task is processing. I have it ready to download. It is downloaded. What does it look like? Do the links work? Oh, this one didn't have... No, it did have links. Okay, well, the links work. Does it look that bad? I need to open it in a different viewer. I also need to use the restroom. How about I will be right back. Just using the restroom. So just a minute or two.
I'm back. And I was going to open that PDF up in downloads and see what it looked like. Ooh. Okay, well, that's one big PDF. It's enormous. I'm going to say that's a no. Okay, reject. Let's try something else. Can I go back? No, I can't. So, okay, well, thanks, but no thanks. Whatever you are. Said yeah.com. Oh, well. I wonder if I should have tried this one first with the catchy URL. No install, no watermark. Okay, sounds good so far. Converting. Download. What does this one look like? Okay, this one doesn't look so bad. No, it does. Do the links work? Yes, they do. Okay, fine. Let's use this instead. So, take this one and put it instead of this. All right, let's do the same thing with the ToS. So, upload the ToS, converting, download, replace. Okay. Maybe just glance at them. Sure. I just want to see if there's anything hidden in here that I don't like. That's standard crap for a PDF. All right. Here's the ToS. And links are not cut off anymore, which is good. Okay, so I guess we're going to deploy them. Check them in first. Yeah, it's interesting to see what the diffs are in the PDF. I wonder if I could see the broken links in the old copy. So that would be like noticeable here, right? I wonder, okay, we don't see any difference other than wrapping. I wonder if it's in the binary that the difference is. Actually, I'm wondering if checking this in is a problem. It should be treating them as binary, right? So, update, well, convert policy documents from HTML using, this is a good place to track what I used, right? Using this. Get GC, get push, and let's copy them again. Now, unfortunately, the CloudFront will cache them, so I gotta wait a while before the cache invalidates before I see them change. So I'll just look at them later. Move on to the next task. And I have like about half an hour before I said I have to go. Let me, actually, my phone will say when I called, right? It was at about half an hour ago. Yeah, so I have another half an hour. Okay. So yeah, again, at 3:20 into my stream, I gotta stop to go pick up a kid. Can I do this, and how much of this can I get done in half an hour? I could maybe do the front end. This one would be easy. We could just make that something that the front end does, like requires. Don't even need a back end thing for that. But there's another thing I want to do. It should be. Let's just split this up. When creating a new account,
And also when. Actually, I guess that's this one. Yeah, never mind. So we can do this. I can do this first one first. That's easy. I can just build that into the creating a character dialog. So where was that again? Hold on, let me close some of these windows. All right, let's go look for that. Chat's kind of quiet. Maybe I should ask, what did you guys do over the weekend or yesterday? Anything fun? Anything interesting you want to talk about? Hey there, Fwiller. How are you doing? Right as I ask chat how it's going, their Fwiller is jumping right in there. We're gonna put. I just made deployed versions of my game's privacy policy and terms of service, and I'm gonna add something to the front end of my game to kind of require that you click it, that you've read and accept it. So that's gonna be like when you create a new account, it should have that somewhere here. I guess we should put it like prominent in the center here, I think. Maybe with lines around it. Maybe not. I don't know, what do most sites do? I guess I could look at other sites. I guess we can just have some section in here above the reCAPTCHA check. Need to find where that is now. Player console. Playing Half-Life. Currently Half-Life 2 for achievements. Nice. Sort of an older game though, right? I remember I would have trouble with motion sickness on my Xbox 360 with Half-Life 2. I think I didn't have the field of view set up right, and that always makes me sick. reCAPTCHA. Yeah, we already did the reCAPTCHA. I'm kind of wandering around here. I'm going to put it above the CAPTCHA. It's going to be like that you click that you read and accept the terms of service and privacy policy and all that. Yeah, dialogues. New player dialogue. Here we go. And where's the reCAPTCHA? It's right here. Actually, we want to put it whether we're connected to Twitch or not, right? So here's where it would go. Some kind of div here. Or can I put it in the previous div? I guess I could. Yeah, I could put it in the previous div. All right, right here, right? Let's put the... yeah, it actually makes sense because it's keys values. So it would be just like the checkbox for remember me. Where was that? Here it is. Only... I think we want to show it on... Actually, I think I want it to be in another it's separate div, not look like it's in the same table looking thing here. So yeah, let's put it out here, like this, I guess. And then we should have links or something, or should I just build it into the checkbox? In that case, it would just be the checkbox with links inside the label here. And this is agree, or ToS PP agree. Agreement. Checked is ToS PP, well, can I just say policy agreement? Policies agreement. On toggle policies agreement. And this should say, what's the typical phrasing? I have read and accept the, and then this is where we're gonna have multiple lines here. Anchor href is a slash. Should I link to the HTML versions or the PDFs? Well, it's in the browser, so let's do the HTML versions. TOS.html. Terms of service. and privacy policy. I have read and accept the terms of service and privacy policy. Is that all I need to say? And that should be an E, not an... Is that what I want? Let's check it out. Okay, I don't have a variable called policies agreement. This, I think, should be a state hook. So we'll make it a state hook. Where to put it? Right here, maybe? Use state false. And then I need a toggle. On toggle this one. What do I want to say here? Could put it, I guess we put it here. Const that equals set policies agreement, not policies agreement. Something like that. New account. Okay, it works. Okay, but the spacing isn't right. I need what? Some margin? It's weird that there's no margin around those. Class name equals, I don't know what to call it. How about give me some space or something? Link in label. That way we can customize it other ways later. And then index CSS would be a good place for that, right? Where to put it? It could go anywhere here. I don't care. Does it matter where? Maybe in the bottom. Maybe like right here. Margin. And it's, I always forget, is it left, right first and then top down? So it would be like 1M and 0. No, it's the other way. Top down and then left, right. And it's a little too much. How about 0.5M? Well, that lines up pretty well. Should I put a little box around the whole thing that makes it more prominent? So for that, maybe have this div have a class, right? Class name equals policies box. Is that Stream Parrot up there? Yeah, it is. Made by our very own CM Griffing. Made this overlay called Stream Parrot, and I am alpha testing it for him, along with a few other streamers. So it's an alternative chat overlay, and one thing that's in there that I have not used yet is you can set it up to replace emotes and have custom emotes. I haven't done that yet. I'm just testing the basic features right now. I think I enabled the timestamping, and the timestamping is in my time zone. That's why it might look strange that it looks like it's 1:18 or 1300 hours, even though for you it probably isn't. It would be really cool, although practically impossible. I guess it would have to be an extension, not an overlay, to show your local time in there. Right now it's encoded directly in the stream, so gotta pick something. It's gonna be my time zone. Policies box. Policies. Let's give it a more generic name, like important box. And then I can do it right here, important box. Let's have like a border of some. Where did I have borders? Yeah, something like this. With some padding, maybe? Well, we'll see. I might not need the padding. That's not how you comment out. That's how you comment out. Border, let's do Do I have a variable for cut? How about not so obnoxious red? Don't you like the names for my colors? Not so obnoxious red. I don't think we need a radius though. Yeah, I think I do need padding. Need the padding. I don't know how much padding. Maybe not so much horizontal padding, but maybe more vertical. I sort of don't want it to wrap. What if I make the box slightly wider? Where do I set the size of the box? Where would that be? And it's in the dialog box, or is it in this form? Oh, it's this dialog medium width, so we can maybe increase that a little bit. Yeah, like, how about 640 pixels? There we go. I like that. It stands out, and it's like, okay, you should probably read that, and we don't want it to browse away, though, right? So I should make that, like, open up. I know people are going to hate this, but, like, it's like target equals blank or something, right? To do that. Yeah. Don't hate me for doing it this way. Maybe there's a better way. Like that. Something tells me that that's not exactly right. Is it that it has to... It's like, I thought it was underscore blank. Why do I have just blank? All right, I need to look it up. Where is my window for searching? Here it is. HTML. Is it underscore blank? But why did it work before where I didn't need the underscore in front? I should just fix it then, shouldn't I? Yeah, thank you, 715209. It's in all these places, right? And yeah, replace it with underscore blank. Do it. There we go. All right, so. And now it opens it up into another tab, although it's not working because it really only works on the production environment. I think that's fine because we can test it here by just going slash wherever this would go, tos.html. And that goes to there. All right. And then pp.html, right? Cool. And then we need to make that you can't just hit, you have to actually click that before you can do that. So I need to make the sign up button. Actually, it's marked something else if you're already logged in with Twitch, right? Oh, maybe it's always sign up. Oh no, it's called something else, right? Oh, it's log out instead of cancel. That's what it is. Yeah, it'll be sign up. So this has to be conditional. So, and I want a tooltip for that. Where did I make buttons that were disabled? That was in activities, panels, profile panel? Where's a succinct example of that? It's like something with button in the name. No, these aren't it. It's not profile panel. Is it settings panel? Okay. No, it was profile panel. It's here somewhere. It was like clear password. Aha, here it is. Right. So you you have a button that could be disabled based on a prop, and it also has a tooltip on it. So yeah, so let's grab this and bring it out here. I guess I'll put it here. So we're going to call this the sign up button. Sign up. Okay, I didn't grab the tooltip thingy. Here we go. Sign up tooltip is if we have policies agreement, then it's nothing. Otherwise, it's you must agree to the terms of service and privacy policy to sign up. And then this is inverted here. It's disabled if you have not agreed. And then I think I just used that as a component directly. I don't need this junk. Right, yeah. So I just use that in place of button for sign up right here. There and there. There we go. Let's see if it works. Yeah, see now it's grayed out. You must agree. Now if I agree, now you can press it. Don't agree, don't press it. It lost its spacing though. Why is that? Oh, because it's inside of a div? Is that the problem? This class needs to be on the inner div. Well, I can just put it in there. Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. Yeah, it needs to be here, doesn't it? Okay, so we'll just hard code it. Hard code that one. Right, like that. And there we go. So I have agreed. Now you can sign up. So you have to click that. That kind of forces you to at least click it, and hopefully you'd actually read a little bit of it before you sign up. Apparently there's a vulnerability in blank. Yeah, that's what I think that npm start will tell me that too. Yeah, using target blank without rel, no opener, no refer is a security risk. Oh, I read this before. Should I just read it again? I guess we'll just search for that React this thing. Let's just do it. It'd help if I spelled it correctly. Is this it? It's not it's just changing the window URL of the original page you were on. Requires that you accompany with that. So I guess we could just do that. We probably should, right? I remember reading this and it was hard for me to understand it. There's like, what are these? Proof of concept, where it replaces stuff. It goes to somewhere else and it replaces it to look like it didn't go somewhere else. Good night, Windows is red and needs a reboot. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, browsing. I guess we'll just do what they say. I wish I could copy and paste that without trouble. All right, so wherever we have blank, right? Can I do this intelligently? Like, replace that with that. I guess so. I mean, it looks like it'll work. Let's just do it. And then that will make this warning go away. Yep. There's a duplicate prop. Something I didn't change, though. Hold on. Maybe I already did it in that ticket.js. Line 29. We're in the right place. No, I'm not in the right place. I'm in admin console. Ticket.js in here. Oh, I already had it here before. Okay. See, you should always check these warnings. All right. While I'm at it, should I just fix these two? Login dialog 115. It says I need to have an alternate here. That is just for decoration, so I would have an empty alt, I guess. Because it's decorative. And then I guess I'm guessing it's the same thing in new player dialog 185, right? It's the Twitch logo. Yeah, so it's just decorative. And then we have a use effect define but never used in clear password dialog. Clear password dialog, line 1. You're correct, I never used it. And then settings panel. Line 87, I have a double equal instead of a triple. Yep, that should be triple. Yay, compiled successfully. Alright, is it what I want now? I have read and accept. I mean, you could submit without doing the reCAPTCHA, it's just the reCAPTCHA check will fail on the server, and I'm okay with that. Why be annoying? They can go ahead and try to do that without doing that, and it'll just fail. Cool, let's just check this in. And how much time do I have left? Only like 4 minutes? Maybe I'll wrap up after this then. Any more changes here? Nope, okay. Here, let's check this in separately. So that's... Oh, that's an old placeholder I used to have. I guess we're updating it. Fine. I'm looking for what? This one, right? It just flipped it around, so I actually don't need that change. That should not trigger anything there. Okay, good. So that goes in there too. That's the alt tag, and that's the new thing. Okay, so one more thing. Yeah, okay. So this check-in is add no refer and no opener refs to blank target anchors. For more details on why you should do this, see, and then we'll just link directly to what they had here. Or really, I should just do here, right? There we go. Okay, next, let's put in the making the dialog wider. So slightly widen the medium width dialogues. And this is fixing double equal. So fix JS warning about double versus triple equal. And this is remove unused import. Can't spell today. Import of use effect. And this is this, and then part of this was adding an alt tag for decoratives. Add empty alt tag for decorative images. Thank you for that follow, by the way. And this is the box that we added for agreement to the terms of service and privacy policy. Oh, hey there, MoonScript. By the way, you should check out MoonScript. He has a relatively new stream, but it's like growing really quickly. If you don't know, MoonScript is the creator of itch.io, and he's got his own programming language called MoonScript. He's been writing a Twitch bot recently in it. It's a lot of fun to watch. MoonScript is a language that transpiles to Lua, which I have a special place in my heart because Lua is what I use to make my game more malleable at runtime. So like I was showing earlier, I have scripts in here like give the sword, and I can just change the game logic here on the fly and not have to recompile and re-upload and do all that DevOps stuff if it was in C++. So being in Lua or MoonScript makes it a ton easier to just try out new things, to shift and mold the logic until I like it. And if it's not a performance issue, I'll probably just keep it in Lua. If I ever do need to squeeze more performance, I would, once I am happy with it, then I would probably port it to C++. Anyway, this is the thing we just added, so let me continue checking that in. Yeah, no problem. MoonScript. This was all together, right? Yep. We're going to require that you agree, and we're going to make a nice box for you. So require agreement to ToS and PP when creating new account. So the details are add a box with links to ToS and PP with a checkbox. Require user checks the checkbox in order to sign up. If the checkbox is not checked, disable the sign up button, and let's make these separate paragraphs actually, and show a nice tooltip when the mouse hovers over it. Commit, and I actually don't need these anymore. I can just delete them, but I'll do that later. I need to wrap up because I need to go pick up a kid who is coming home early because they're not feeling well. And nothing serious, it's just, kids sometimes get typical things, colds and whatnot, and they need to get out early sometimes. Happens to everybody. So let me recap. So what did I do today? I deployed the latest code to the servers. And before I could do that, I had to fix the redirect so that the login with Twitch works. And it does work now. Let me show you that. You are sitting out here outside of the game, and if you wanted to make a new account, you could do that. There's now a login with Twitch button. I haven't pushed this to production, but it will be there. Normally, though, I was expecting you would just say login, and you say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, login with Twitch. You authorize Twitch, you get a web token back, and you're in. And if you hadn't created an account before, it would show a special dialog saying, welcome to the game, pick a name, and then you can sign up. And then you, of course, haven't deployed it yet, but the new box I was also adding here would have to be checked too. Anyway, I did the deployment into production so that now you can log into the game through Twitch, and that all works. And then I spent a bit of time converting the terms of service and privacy policy that I had from Markdown into HTML and PDF, put it into S3 so that you can get it. So you can get that now if you go to the site and you do pp.html, and there's a nice privacy policy, and then I have to spell it correctly or it feels bad, man. I keep hitting P. Okay, ToS, there's a ToS, and they should all link to each other, including the PDF versions, which should look nice. Nice enough. I mean, I felt like I didn't really need to work too much on making it look nice because it's all legal documents. And I did this one, and I didn't get to this yet, but this is what I'll probably do tomorrow, is I need to track what versions of the policies players have seen, and then if you log in and the last version you saw is not the current one, I want to show a little dialogue saying, hey, by the way, we updated our policies since the last time. You might want to check them out. And then we'll have like I've read and agree to them again, because I feel that that's probably, CYA is probably the best thing to do. And then all I need to do is have a lawyer review the actual text of these to make sure I didn't miss anything and word it strangely. And then I'll be done with the legal stuff, at least for now. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed watching today. There's my little world. So now that it's deployed, there's the shadow and light casting. So these walls block light. The trees block line of sight also, sort of. Although if you step too far away and these weird, because it's squares, I felt it would be weird to just darken this square and this square, so I left out weird angles like that. The suggestion came up to, instead of making it black, to make it sort of gray, and that's under consideration. I gave a point for that idea. We'll look into that. But this is how those old Ultima games all were. It was either you could see it completely or you couldn't see it at all, so that's how it is right now. So, we'll get back at this tomorrow. Let me go see who we can host so I can go pick up my kid and come back at this tomorrow. Yeah, we talked about Zeratar, yes, not yesterday, earlier today. So we can maybe raid him, but I did raid him not too long ago, so maybe I should pick someone else. 5715209, thank you for all your help today, and hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, why don't we raid Zeratar again? It'd be fun. If you haven't seen it, Zeratar is making a Twitch integrated idle game. So idle game means you don't actively play, you just kind of sign your character up and you maybe give him a direction like go train crafting or something, and it just does it. And it kind of all happens in the background while he's working, so it's pretty fun. It's all in C# and Unity and integrated with his channel. So it's got a Twitch bot, it's got overlays. The only thing he doesn't have is he doesn't have extensions to the Twitch itself, but he's got like APIs. It's all fun. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you guys tomorrow, all right? Take care, and thank you very much. Bye.